Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Tape. I'm your host, as always, Kenny Dix here. Glad you join us here on the Tape. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Tape here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. Here on the Tape, let's get things started. Here on the Tape with the big story of the week. What a big story we have coming your way here on the Tape. A lot of people are kind of realizing that on the big story that we're still getting to the bottom of the Charlie Kirk situation. We know that Charlie Kirk's we know that Charlie Kirk, we'll get to Trump a little bit later. Tyler Robinson had got officially charged for Charlie Kirk, who was the political commentator who passed away and got shot and killed, assassinated last week during a campus rally. Charlie Kirk's message and spread and stuff. Now we see that the suspect, Tyler Robinson, surveillance video showing what he was doing, even crawling through that um little, little area and went into the weeds and stuff like that. Tyler Robinson, with all that going on, into the background. Tyler Robinson, real the charge that officially got him charged. Like I said, it's unfortunate what happened to Charlie Kirk. Tyler Robinson, 23 years old, his life is just up smoke like Charlie Kirk and stuff. Like I said, Tyler Robinson young ain't gonna have nothing to live for now due to the fact of what he did. Let's look at this right here. This is right here where we abrogated murder for the charges, felony discharge of a firearm, 2 counts of obstruction of justice, 2 counts of witness tampering, and commission of a violent offense in a child presence. Tyler Robinson, with the charges that was given to him and being to him, you think to yourself like, man, Tyler Robinson, 23 years old, young, and he got caught up in killing Charlie Kirk. I think Tyler Robinson realized now that hey, he just wasted his life over that with Charlie Kirk. I know Charlie Kirk issues and stuff like that. Tyler Robinson right here, another picture of him. Uh, 23 years old, just wasted his life killing Charlie Kirk, which it could have been that, but I think Tyler Robinson realized that which is the scene right here, what had happened to Charlie Kirk. Uh, the authorities and stuff like that came out of nowhere to give out the charges. You see that coming your way as well. But with Charlie Kirk's death and stuff like that. Let's hear what the Utah officials had to say.
Robinson's father reported that when his wife showed him the surveillance image of the suspected shooter in the news, he agreed that it looked like their son. He also believed that the rifle that police suspected the shooter used matched a rifle that was given to his son as a gift.
It's sad and unfortunate that he ain't gonna be able to see his kids grow up due to Tyler Robinson. Like we said right here, the charges once again, a lot of charges available and stuff. So you see, abrogated murder, felony charge. This charge of a firearm, 2 counts of obstruction of justice and witnessing tampering, and commission of a violent offense in the presence of a child. So Tyler Robinson, woo, man, I just kind of feel sad for it, but we'll talk a little bit later on about it. A little bit later on in the political rundown, a little bit later. Let's get to this right here. Let's get to this right here in celebrity news. Celebrity news right here. What celebrity news we have for you right here? Right here on celebrity news. Right here, right quick. On celebrity news, we talk about a lot. Cardi B. We can show pictures of Cardi B right quick. Let's show pictures of Cardi B. Cardi B, right here. She was on the she been all over the place throughout this whole week. And Cardi B was on CBS this morning, and here's what Cardi B had to say.
The name of your album is Am I the Drama?
Yeah.
Do you think you're a lot of drama? In your own mind, do you think you're a lot of drama?
I didn't think I was that much drama. You know, when I was in high school, like I really have my high school yearbook, and I was voted most dramatic.
What? You're not surprised? Something tells me though that you like drama. Do you?
No, I don't.
I find that hard to believe.
No,
you
it
don't
really
like drama?
follows me. Sometimes certain things just follow certain people. Because when you have like a big personality like me, or when you have like a mouth like me, or whatever aura that I give, it will follow you because it makes you like an easier target. Like it's like,
But you really don't like drama? You really don't? I'm not even trying to be funny. I think part of you
no, it be
gets
stressing me out.
All right, you heard from Cardi B on CBS Mornings about her personality. That didn't stop there. Cardi B also took time to be on the Jennifer Hudson show. And Cardi B talked about her kids on J Hood. Let's take a look.
We've all been enjoying you all summer because you have been the headline of the entire summer. We've all been paying attention, right? Oh my God. How are you doing with everything that's going on?
Oh my God, it's so much. I'm so overwhelmed. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's hard to be me, honey.
Have you watched all the viral memes from you from the court case and everything?
Yes.
What's your thoughts on it?
You know what? I thought it was very, very funny because, well, yes, yeah. You know, I was very, very upset that it's like I'm in the middle of an album rollout and I have to go to court. And then when I get to court, I realize that it's going to be like on national TV being televised. And it's like, you got to be kidding me. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to be kidding me. But it's like I missed my kid's first day of school.
Oh, no.
And I was just like, you know what? At least it's positive press. I usually get bad press, but I got positive press.
All right, you heard from Cardi B on the J Hood show. That didn't stop there. Cardi B also had this right here about her kids before we leave out.
I want to say congrats because you're a mother of 3.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. And see, look at them. They are so gorgeous. Now, I heard your oldest baby drew on your Birkin bag.
Yeah, she did, honey.
Do you know how much a Birkin bag is, though?
And I was looking for that one specifically for such a long time. But I wasn't even mad for some reason because when I asked her, I was like, did you draw on my bag? And she's like, yeah, isn't it cute? And it's like,
But it made it to me extra special.
Yes.
It's nice, too.
Yes, it's like, okay, whatever. I'm not even gonna, I just was like, just don't do that again, Culture, because it cost mommy a lot of money. She was like, okay.
All right, you heard from Cardi B about her daughter trying to round her Birkin bag. Be hearing about those Birkin bags be expensive. But speaking of piggyback on Cardi B about her famous meme, the only meme I like when she said coronavirus. You know what? I can't play, but you know that was funny. Cardi B, a trip on there. She always a trip. Cardi B going on with her, but she got a lot going on. She's supposed to be going on tour soon next year, so we're looking forward to see Cardi B on tour down the road. So looking forward to seeing that. Well, speaking of that, on talk shows, Tamron Hall, and on Tamron Hall this week, Tamron Hall welcomed her guest, Carissa Shields, the boxer extraordinaire Carissa Shields, along with her boyfriend, Papoose. And Tamron Hall had to ask the question: is Carissa Shields or Papoose? And they plan on getting married. Let's see what Tamron Hall had told him.
It'll happen, yes.
She said yes, you heard it.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Does that count as a, what is it? Okay, Pat, what are you doing here? I'm getting nervous.
Oh, you went there to get on one knee. I'll get this knee.
I'm just saying.
Not yet.
But you have you thought about how you want to propose?
Yes, she made it very clear that it has to be gigantic, extravagant.
I mean, we do have a Tamron Hall studio and the Tam fam available. I'm just saying. And I have officiated weddings before. I have married 4 couples. They're all still together.
Wow.
So if you need fans, your cousins are here. Our 2 cousins are already here right now. Listen, I'm poor Pap. He's like, I'm going to start sweating now. Carissa's 2 cousins, they box as well. They're here. We got the witnesses here. We got everybody.
Oh my God. That would be so
epic.
hilarious.
Okay, we're going to consider. Listen,
Well, I will say this: she's definitely one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Oh.
And,
All right, you heard from Papoose and Carissa Shields. A lot of people are coming at Tamron Hall next, saying that Tamron Hall should know better. That Papoose ain't he legally still married to Remy Ma, and Papoose need to try to get a divorce before he even try to pop the question to Carissa. I don't get why girls get with dudes that's married while trying to fool around with them. But hey, to each his own with that. But speaking of that, we'll get to Remy Ma and Papoose. Let's get back then. We'll get to Remy Ma. Well, there goes the thing, but we'll get to Papoose and Carissa. Well, Carissa Shields also made a challenge to Layla Ali. Take a look.
why do you want this fight?
Well, me and Layla has had some back and forth for some years now. And to me, there is no question about who the greatest woman of all time is. It's me.
It's you say.
You
Well,
know.
Layla responded in an interview on Good Day DC. Let me play her response.
For 15 to 20 million, I'd have to think about it. All of a sudden, I start getting all these offers, and it's quite flattering that all I have to do is say I'll think about it.
Okay. Looking at this, at this point, I want to put it a head-to-head matchup here. Carissa, 30 years old, undefeated, record 17 wins, 0 losses. Layla is now 47, undefeated, 24-0. The age difference, obviously, 17 years in boxing is a significant age difference.
Sure.
At the top of her game, well, first of all, do you think she could fight at the top of her game at this point?
Well, I think even Layla Ali in her prime couldn't beat me in the fight. And I think that she is great. I think that she can fight. She's a bigger woman than me. She's taller. As you see, she's 5'11". I'm 5'8", 5'9". And she has, to say 24-0, but her record is 24-0, 21 knockouts, I believe. My record is 17-0 with, I think, 3 knockouts. So it's some differentiation there, but I have world titles in 5 different weight classes. She had world titles, I think, in 2. I was undisputed 3 times. She was never undisputed. Oh.
Okay, Carissa, you getting a little bit too arrogant, a little bit too full of yourself. It's just Layla Ali, and Layla Ali, like you said, she's supposed to be in the 50s. Come on, Layla Ali is a pedigree, the daughter of the late great Muhammad Ali. Like she said, you're gonna knock your lights out. But why would you want to fight somebody that's in their prime? Now you need to worry about what you need to be trying to fight, and I know she'll try to take you up on your offer. Is Remy Ma. Since you stole her man and she's still legally married to Papoose, you took Remy Ma, but you ain't saying it. Here's what clips of what Remy Ma and Carissa was like.
She was sitting on the other side of the ring. Kept staring at me all night because I'm fine and I'm pressure. Staring at me all night. But
I want to be the best
I
in the
already
game.
know you
Invest in my
wish you
name.
knew, but
Check no
that's
restraints.
okay.
I'm obsessed with the pain. I
You
ingest,
wanted
I
clout?
retain. Assess and I
I
change.
couldn't
Possessed
give
by
it
the
to you
thought
at
I'll be
first.
free one
I
day
was
from
busy.
society's restraints. Money, clout, and
I was
fame. But
busy
disease
getting
and
ready
plague.
for
We
that
all love
MMA
to hate.
fight.
Have to play the game.
But now
Have
that
to
that
make
shit's
a name.
over,
All our insecurities
like
are
I
on
said,
display. War
come
with
fight.
the enemy. Think
Come
that it
fight.
was meant to be. Living in a time where
Hi, everybody.
disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me.
I just found out that today is National Pizza Day.
No mercy, all I got is working. Never
For y'all that
stop
don't know,
searching, never quite so thirsty.
it's one
I'm
of my favorite
toxic
things
and
to eat.
psychotic with this logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Oh.
All right, you heard from Remy Ma and Carissa Shields. That's the fight I want to see. Why you worried about Layla Ali? Layla Ali out her prime. If you want somebody in Layla's age group, you got what's her name? Remy Ma,
We
fight
all know that
her.
Remy was already out here having her little boy toy or whatever fight. He done came out and done said it. It's not a thing of me having the issue with her. My only issue is why you leak my number. It ain't no thing, oh, I want him and he's married to you. And it's not that. I'm a girl's girl. So when it comes to like that, that's not it. Don't look at me and say, oh, you just came and messed up this happy home and stuff like that. Because that's not what happened. We would still not be public or people wouldn't know still right now because that's not how he does things. That's not how I'm doing things moving forward. Like for me, I'm just not like that. I'm not fighting over no man. She's mad that he moved on while she's moved on. You know how people want their cake, they will eat it too.
So she did leak your number on the internet. Has that affected you? Have people been using it and calling?
Absolutely. All these private calls and reds. If I go to Mist, right, look, this is all people who are calling for her.
There are a lot of missed calls here.
All right, this is just an undisclosed battle that continue on going and going until we just can't stop no more. But we're gonna be watching sooner rather than later in these two fools saying so. But like we said, it's a lot going on. Even more that on the View. Let's get to the View right quick. On the View this week, Whoopi Goldberg put out the issue to Attorney General Pam Bondi.
President Trump, at your directive.
Well, you saw Pam Bondi right there, but here's what Whoopi Goldberg had to say about Pam Bondi about the hate speech situation. Take a look.
Attorney General Pam Bondi received backlash from several prominent conservatives over her comments about free speech in the wake of Charlie Kirk's assassination. Take a look.
There's free speech and then there's hate speech. And there is no place, especially now, especially after what happened to Charlie, in our society.
Do you see more law enforcement going after these groups who are using hate speech and putting cuffs on people so we show them that some action is better than no action?
We will absolutely target you, go after you, if you are targeting anyone with hate speech, anything. And that's across the aisle.
So this morning, apparently, she clarified that she was talking about hate speech that leads to political violence.
Wow.
Now, there's no one that I know who thinks political violence is any kind of acceptable way to do anything. But Bondi is blurring the lines when it comes to what constitutes hate speech, I think. And I just want to say, you know, I always thought that this administration campaigned on ending the weaponization of free speech. So I know there's a lot of stuff people say that I don't like. I don't like it. But as an American, I have the right to say I don't like it, and they have the right to say it. I will fight for their right to say stuff I don't like, because I will say stuff they don't like, and I don't want them up my behind about it either.
All right, you heard from Whoopi Goldberg from The View talking about the Attorney General, the U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi, the U.S. President Donald Trump, about their roles of trying to increase political violence. It shouldn't be going on right now. I mean, you're American, you have your First Amendment right to say what you want to say. Even if you're the president or the Attorney General, you have a right to say what you want to say, but you don't use intimidation tactics or threaten people to speak your mind, speak your opinion. You can agree to disagree, but these two really don't know how to face constructive criticism and they'll kind of hurt them down the road of their feelings and stuff. The president is a big advocate of everything, his First Amendment rights, but he just doesn't know how to take constructive criticism, just like the AG as well. So they got to work on that. But hey, to each his own. President, we know this was what's going on when the president had said this. Oh well, speaking of the president, he has a lot going on anyway.
Pam, please.
Go right here.
President Trump, at your directive, we went in, as you all know, to D.C. and took over the city of D.C., working hand in hand with Metro Transit Authority. All of the agencies represented here today got over 2,000 violent offenders, got over 200 guns off the streets of D.C., and D.C. is safe again. And now, Governor, working with you and working with our 2 U.S. senators and all of our agencies working hand in hand, we're going to do everything we can to make Memphis safe again. That was President Trump's directive to us, and it's easy to do when you're working with such great leaders. And Secretary Noem, you have been instrumental in this, and Director Patel has already been into Memphis and gotten so many violent offenders and guns off the street, and that's what started it.
Well, you hear the AG talking about they're going to take over, invade Memphis, Tennessee, to get rid of the crime and stuff. Which Memphis has been in crime, so they're trying to make cities, dangerous cities, safe again for people. So they're trying to do their best they can on that, but we'll see how long that's going to go far and stuff like that. With that, well, we'll get to a little bit later. All right, we'll be back with more take. Don't go anywhere. This is the take here on Connect TV. Welcome back to the take. I'm your host as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the take. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Take Heal and Connect and our other platform. Join in this conversation using the hashtag. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to miss a thing. All right, let's get to this right here. President Trump. We're going to talk about it here on the political rundown. President Trump, one thing about President Trump, he likes to sue and try to get as much he can get out of certain people. But the president ain't holding back none with it. President now targeting a lot of companies and stuff. The president now sending his forces against the New York Times. The president tried to sue the New York Times $15 billion for lying over his family, his name, his reputation. President feels like the New York Times is trying to get all they can get one by one. But like we said, we don't know what's watching, but the president wants to get the New York Times like he done CBS and ABC and a lot of other places and stuff. They're using intimidation tactics to get what he wants. And that ain't gonna work. The New York Times saying they're gonna fight back hard. So I can't blame the New York Times on that. Let's do what they got to do. Speaking of the president, he got his way with this. Oh, Uncle Rochelle was been happy with this look. They have a smile on his face. Look at him. They put that red dog. That red dog comes up in the street and now that's new. You have to put him back to old. All this Cracker Barrel stuff. All the stuff they were trying to recall. They wanted back playing and stuff. All right. They got what they want. Even he got what he want. Well, hey, President don't care. As long as he get what he wants, that's all he cares about. But That's all that matters. It's for the president. So all right. We also hearing that Molly Sick Quim from First Take was left out of nowhere. Molly and Stephen A. Smith, he kind of looking like a little bit devastated that Molly's gone. I would be too.
Was Jerry
About
Jones
Molly.
accurate when he said that he offered to make Micah the highest paid non-quarterback in
Yeah, Molly Sims no longer part of First Take. She was the anchor of that show, and now Molly Sims decided that she don't want to be part of First Take no more, which is crazy, but hey, it is what it is. For Molly Sims. So, well, hey, see. All right, we go to another thing here. We go to Newsies on Newsies this week. One of the Newsies it was for Newsies going on. Newsies this week. We talk about this. Robert Redford, the Hollywood actor, is just passed. Hollywood actor passed away at the age of 89 years old. Starring films is Barefoot in the Park, Bush Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, all the some you remember Ordinary People. He was sort of like the Brad Pitt of his time. Robert Redford passed away at the age of 89 this week. He was the founder of the Sundance Film Festival.
Where's old Ron? Mr. Redford right here too. Mr. Redford. Wow, that's something. Mr. Redford right in the center. Look at it. Robert Redford! Mr. Robert Redford!
Will be missed. Robert Redford will be missed. Marty Quinn will be missed on First Take as well. So a lot of stuff going on, man. You know what I mean? All right, we get to this right here. The viral video of the week. On the viral video of the week. You wanna do the bongos. On the viral video of the week. We talk about this. Look at this and look for yourself for yourself. Well, I know the president wouldn't like that one bit. That he's been. Let's look at it one more time. The president probably might not like. The president might not like that. He's been seen with Jeffrey Epstein. I know that brings back old memories and stuff for the president. Even when he was trying to go to England and stuff, be welcomed by the royal family. President wouldn't like that one bit, but hey, what can you do about it? That Donald Trump stuff. So a lot right here, even they're doing that for you see what's going on with that for the president, but the president probably wishes something was a little bit different. But hey, here's what it is. Thank you all for watching this edition of The Tape. I've been your host, Kendrick Dixon, saying so long. We'll see you next week for another edition of The Tape. See you later.